Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Wassalatu wassalam ala nabiyyina Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. All praises to Allah and to the Prophet Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ahlan wa sahlan. Hi Kak Cik and Faika. How are you guys? Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ya Allah, expand my chest so that I may be rest assured, and ease for me my task, and untie the knot that is from my tongue, so that they may understand my words. So right now we are live on FatinQuran Instagram, as well as on my YouTube channel, FatinQuran. So if you are not yet on my YouTube channel, you guys can go to my channel and search for FatinQuran and press subscribe to get more updates on this. Okay. So, thank you so much for tuning in. First of all, I would like to ask you guys to give me some likes and share it with your friends, with your family who may benefit from this live. Assalamualaikum, Puan Rose. How are you? So, today, right now, while we are waiting for a few people to come up, give me some like and share it with your friends. You can go to my YouTube channel as well, Fatin Quran. And over there, the benefit that you will be there is because, for example, when I'm going to show some of the flash cards, I made some cue cards. In Instagram, I think it's inverted, so you can't really exactly see how it's properly being spelled. But if you go on my YouTube, it's properly written, like it's not inverted when you see it. Anyways, so today we are on our 5th day for Project Al-Fatihah. Project Al-Fatihah is my small initiative for anyone who would like to start learning the meanings behind Surah Al-Fatihah, all the ayats behind it, and how it may benefit you, especially when we are praying. It's about until when, right? That we are going to keep on praying, but and we are reciting Surah Al-Fatihah. That is the most important surah of all surah. Because we read it every day, every salah, even the sunnah prayer, we also read it. So until when are we going to read it but without understanding it, and without understanding it with our soul, with our heart? Okay, we can understand the meaning just behind it, but sometimes we lack of the penghayatan behind it, the how we feel that ayat in our life, in our prayers. Okay, so while you are at it, you guys can watch me on my Fatin Quran Instagram live, or as well on my Fatin Quran's YouTube channel, and you can start sharing with your family, your friends, and whoever that you think that will benefit from this. Okay, anyway, so we will start with the 5th ayat today, which is Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Assalamualaikum Tasneem, Myra, how are you? So Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. So before, because some of you guys, I think you guys are new in my life, and I will tell a short way of how I conduct it. Normally is I will deconstruct first the meaning of each word from the ayat, and once we deconstruct the meaning behind it, then we will start a simple tadabbur so that we may express it more in our salat, and we can feel it more with our soul. Okay, so let's start first. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. So the meaning of iyyaka, okay, you guys see, iyyaka, it means, that's the filters covering me. So iyyaka, when you close the kaf, iya means only, okay, only. And when it's kaf, this one refers to you. So over here, iyaka directly, it means only you. Okay? Only you. So the next word, na'budu. Na'budu. Na'budu means that we worship. Na'budu means we worship. And if you see in many Arabic words, actually in almost all Arabic words, they have their own root words. Okay, their root words have three letters, which I already wrote it by the way for you guys. This is the root word of na'budu. If you can see, okay, this is the hi Nur Atrisha. So this is the na'budu, and this is the root word of na'budu. Ain badal, which is abada. Okay, when it's abada, abada means worship. He worship. Okay, so in Malay or in English, we sometimes use the word ibadah. Hello, Nur Atrisha. Ahlan wa sahlan. So when in English and Malay, we constantly use the word ibadah when we want to say that we are doing a worship deed, a good any deed that is referring that we are doing it for the Lord, the or in our case for Allah. Okay, so this is the word, right? Ibadah, ibadah. So this ibadah means worship, right? Kan? So na'budu means we worship. So if you join it again, iyyaka na'budu. Iyyaka na'budu ni, it means that only you that we worship. So over here we are emphasizing to Allah that only Him that we are or we worshiping. Okay, we are emphasizing that only to you, Ya Allah, that we are worshiping. And then the next word, iyyaka na'budu, what's the next word? Which is wa iyyaka. Kan? Wa iyyaka. So it's the same word as the first word of the first of the verse, right? Of the ayat. So cuma there is some addition with wa. Wa means and in Arabic. So and tadi kan kita kata iya is only and only you. Ka means you in Arabic. Okay? Wa iyyaka. So we are here saying that only you that we are worshipping, and only you, wa iyyaka, last but not least, the last word of the ayah is nasta'in. Kan? So nasta'in. Nasta'in here, it means that we ask help for. Okay, that we ask help for. So, okay, so now that we have deconstructed the meaning, I'm going to show the whole, since I am using cue cards, I'll be holding it like this. Okay. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Hello, Koliji. Assalamualaikum. And Mami Sabah. So this is the words that is in the 5th ayat of Surah Al-Fatihah. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. So we are here emphasizing that only you that we are worshipping, and only you that we ask help from. Kan? So is that clear now? Okay, so what is the importance that we can deconstruct from, not only from the grammar but also towards our understanding of the ayat when we read it, especially when we are praying? Okay, iyyaka na'budu. So na'budu, as I said just now, na'budu means we are saying to Allah that we are emphasizing that we are only worshipping Him. Kan? So what is the word ibadah means? What does ibadah means? Okay, kalau yang we constantly hear, ibadah is like solat, is fasting, is zakat, haji, umrah, kan? So those are like the common things that we hear about ibadah. But what else? is ibadah, kan? What else? It could be, and it's not just like, okay, for example, like what I'm doing now is also considered ibadah, okay? But this is like directly an Islamic thing that I'm calling people to understand better about the kalamullah. But what about other things that I do in life? What about other things that you guys do in everyday life, right? For example, if you are eating, is that in ibadah? Yes, it's in ibadah. You are eating because it's in ibadah, because Allah has given you the ability to eat, and when you are eating, you are nourishing your body. So there's always the question, right, that we always ask ourselves: do we live to eat, or do we eat to live? Right. Okay, so that is one, eating. And even when we are studying, when we are working, we are earning from something, all of that is considered as an act of ibadah, an act of worship. Okay, when we are seeking knowledge, that itself is an act of worship. And it's not just ibadah when we are doing like what I said just now, right? Fasting or praying. That is not the only ibadah that's considered as ibadah. Just what I said just now, even when we are walking, when we are exercising, when we are studying, eating, even going to the toilet, that is also ibadah. Hi, Dr. Fatin, how are you? Okay, so that is ibadah. So here in this ayat, you imagine what I just described to you, what is considered ibadah. You imagine when you are reading this ayat during solat, kan? Iyyaka na'budu, ya Allah, only you that I am worshipping. So it means that everything that we do, okay, everything that we do, as long as it's halal, as it's within the Islamic rules, then this is all considered as ibadah. Iyyaka na'budu, and then wa iyyaka nasta'in, and only you, ya Allah, that we are asking help from. Okay, all right. So one thing that I would like to this is not only what we read in our salat, but this ayat, in fact, kan, it should be every Muslim's mission statement. Because why the reason why some scholars say that Surah Al-Fatihah, the whole surah, it is apa, Surah Al-Fatihah, it is the whole surah is considered like it covers the whole Quran, right? But it's only 7 ayat. You imagine that it has only 7 ayat, but it covers the whole Quran. So why is that? Because 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. 1 minute. All right. So why Surah Al-Fatihah is considered as like complete, the complete cover of the whole Quran, even though if it's only 7 ayat, is because I think that in this one ayat itself, it already tells us about how the purpose of a Muslim is to worship Allah. Kan there's a surah there's an ayat in the Quran where Allah said, I created the jinns and the humans except that they worship me. So that is our mission statement. So in everything we do, we have to reflect back to ourselves. Are we doing this because we are worshiping Allah? Are we doing this to so that we are seeking His pleasure? Because as like how I mentioned in the previous video, the word Malik Yawmiddin, Allah is reminding us that He is the authority of the Day of Judgment, which reminds us that we have the Day of Judgment that we will be resurrected to. Okay, so so that is the first part where Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in is a Muslim's mission statement. And secondly, it's because why we are asking him for help. So wa iyyaka nasta'in kan, we are, it means, and only you, ya Allah, that we are asking for help. Okay, imagine when we are eating, when we are drinking, kan, our body, the organs in our body are going through a process called peristalsis, kan. Peristalsis is when basically when when you eat food, when you consume food, and your larynx, correct me if I'm wrong, the larynx is doing the peristalsis, the movement, so that your body will adjust the food into the stomach and not into the lung, right? So when that happens, you imagine all that, it can't happen without Allah's help. It cannot happen without Allah's will. So you imagine, if we are that helpless, how can we not ask from Him help for anything, right? So that is one of the things that I would conclude from why we should be specializing all of our ibadah towards Allah, and also why we should ask Him from help. So, um, okay, 1 minute. So that is after reflection. So I want you guys to like try to imagine that when you guys are praying, try to imagine that, imagine how much of things that Allah have given us, and as well as that how much of help do we actually need, and that we are actually helpless in this world. But even though we are helpless, we are very grateful that we have Allah as our creator, because He is the Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, which is the merciful, right? So we have to always ask Allah from the depth of our heart, Ya Allah, help me to worship you in the best of way. Okay, a'inni dhikruka. So that is the dua that we always have to try to remind ourselves to read again and again, so that we try our best to achieve the best possible of iman, inshallah. And when we get to see Him, inshallah, we are prepared. And yeah, I will show you guys, like I've shown before as well. We have a wall deco at home right now, which we are trying to find to frame it. If you guys can guess what this is, if you guys are new here, you guys will see what picture of this. This is a part of Kaaba, but what part of Kaaba is this? Can you guys guess? Okay. So while you guys are guessing, I will show you. There is actually um, in this wall deco. Before I spit out the answer, there is the Surah Al-Fatihah on this wall deco. Okay. So over here it says Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and then after that it's Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, and then it is Ar-Rahmanur Rahim. Then here Maliki Yawmiddin, and today's ayat is, oh sorry, here, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Cantik kan? Cantik kan? Jamil, Masya Allah. Say Masya Allah, by the way. Say Masya Allah. Okay, so this is the wall of Kaaba, the door of Kaaba. We bought it as a wall decoration. I think it's perfect. Like once it's being framed, it's gonna look very nice on the wall. But yeah, we need to look for a place where we could frame it, inshallah. And oh yeah, and for you guys in Malaysia, you guys can, if you guys are looking for to decorate your house, especially during this MCO, right? And being at home, you always need something new to like revive the atmosphere. if you want to order this to make your home look so much nicer and prettier, you guys can order it from me. Just DM me either in my if you are on my YouTube, you can go to my Instagram on FatinQuran. And if you're on my Instagram, you can just direct message me right away and let me know uh, what how many pieces you want, one or two, or you can even give to your parents or your family, friends, It's perfect, I think, because it's very important for us to like beautify our homes and make us feel like, oh, this is beautiful. Anyways, so I will finish the class here. Not the class. I keep on saying class, but it's not a class. It's just a short session of Tadabbur of Surah Al-Fatihah. And a lot of people have been asking me, Fatin, when are you going to do the quiz? You've been saying that you want to do the quiz. I will, inshallah. But give me some time. I'm forming the questions. And until then, you guys can revise the apa, all the tadabbur for each ayat, and we will start soon. Okay, and the next one we will start ayat 6 verse 6, which is ihdina siratal mustaqim, inshallah. All right, until then, we see you guys tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. That is Saudi time. In Malaysia time, that is 8:30 p.m. at night, inshallah. In Bosnia, I'm not sure what time it is over there for you, Jamila. But okay. So yeah, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care then, and thank you for tuning in with me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalama.